Good Vibes Goddess Tarot. So today we're gonna do a general, like, self-care kind of reading kind of thing. Um, yeah. So I'm gonna cleanse out this space and the energy. So if you have headphones in, turn them down. Okay. So we have some soul truth. So pretty much how I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna read the questions. Okay. I'm gonna read the question, and then after I'm going to read. Okay. After I'm going to read like the back later on. Okay. So these two came out together while the other one pretty much came on its own. So we have, am I apologizing for my truth? And what am I waiting for someone else to do it for me? And hold on. We also have, what expectations do I have that are impossible to beat? And then we have, well, that kind of sort of goes with this. So it could be like that. Okay. And then the next one we have, who can I serve today? Then we have, how can I surrender more in this moment? And then we have, if I had a magic wand and could have anything I desire in life, what would I choose? Oh, and then on the top it says, what is my body telling me right now? Okay. So then we have the affirmations. The affirmations. So I'm gonna start off with the questions like I did here. So some things you want to keep in mind, to pretty much what the cards are gonna focus on, talk about. All right. So we have, what does self-discovery means to me, and how is it important? I'm gonna do two for each soul truth. And then we have, what are 10 things I love about myself? Why? And what do I love most about myself? And we have, what does self-care means to me, and how do I make my what do self-care means to me? What can I do to make my life simpler? Then we have, what can I do in this moment to feel, well, what can I do in the moments I feel powerless, when I am most likely to feel a particular emotion? How can I remind myself of the power I have over my emotional state? Then we have, what is my biggest strength, and what challenges do I want to embrace? Okay. What did you learn that you can use next time? Then we have what activities set your soul on fire? If you aren't sure, then think back to your childhood. What did you love to do as a kid? Am I surrounding myself around company that builds me up? Do they build me up and leave me feeling inspired and energized or innovated? And then at the bottom it says, your most important what are my most important values? How are they seen in the direction of my life and my everyday decisions? Okay. So now we're gonna use like the every but turn into looking at the everyday day to day decisions. We're gonna use the day to day, you know, tarot. Well, not tarot, but you get it. I'm gonna do the same like two for each soul truth. Oh, then I'm gonna shuffle for each one, seeing as different questions. Then we have for this one, we have fear with depression, paranoia, and phobia. And now 62 is that reduced to 8, and 8 is all about movements, control, self versus ego. So mainly self control, and also karma. But with the depression here, like you're stuck in the past or what happened in the past that you don't feel motivated. We had over here, like, are they inspiring you and building you up? You don't feel motivated to actually move on. You don't think that with the strength and the power, you don't have that. You feel like every time you try, you fail. And we have overloaded, extensive, overwhelmed, and obligation. And then there's 67. Yeah, so we have 62, then we have 67. So it increases. So rather, like these people that you're going to and stuff like that, where you might expect them to like help you relieve this stress and stuff like that, take some burdens off your shoulders. They're actually adding on to the like your stress levels. Yeah, they're trying to get you to commit to something, so it it'd be hard and difficult for you to actually have a happy, a blessing. We have fulfillment and well-being. You can act for you to actually be happy and stuff like that. You be so overworked and overwhelmed that by the time you get to your blessings or you get to have these rewards and stuff like that, you're scared that you're gonna lose it and you're too tired to actually interact with it or to use it. Or the fact that you simply don't have or won't have enough strength to go after it and get it to be fulfilled. Oh, because 6 to 7, that's 11. And then 11 reduced to 2, and 2s is all about decisions, choices, duality, yin and yang of things. But also the shadow and the light. So there's always a pros and a cons to a situation. And they wanted you to be all the way into like the negative. That with this paranoid depression and phobia that you're become scared of success, of being successful and being fulfilled and have a fulfilled life. Okay, so we have savings with preservations, collections, and meanness. And then we have trap with victim, allure, and trap. Well, trick, not trap. And went from 49 to 78, so it's still increasing. It's still going up. Um, what to say about this? Who can you serve today? Make sure that you, with this preservation, that you're not wearing yourself out and burning yourself out for people that's just trying to trick you into doing their work. Like, make sure you take care of yourself with what do self-care means to me. Like, save some energy and some time for yourself to see through people tricks. So because they, with this fear and this overwhelmed, like it's something always over your head and stuff like that, so you're too stressed out to think straight or to see clearly or to be able to function. And that's all part of their trick and their ploy. Because 49 reduced to 13, and 13 reduced to 4, and 4 is all about stability, perseverance, foundations, struggles, also stagnation. And then 78 is 15, and that reduced to 6. 6 is all about like collaborating and working together, so they just type some form of peace and harmony. But the harmony is at a halt, literally at a pause, because there's not enough energy to keep it going. Right, and then at the bottom we have justice. There's nothing is balanced or equal or neutral for this to continue to work, and especially with the victim being here and the trap and overworked and overloaded, like they somebody is being mistreated and abused and was wronged. But then they might also try to villainize the victim at some point in time to make it seem to with this meanness, so what they make it seem like what they did was justified and just and fair when it wasn't. Yeah, with this they would have made it seem like it was fair to overwork you because you had enough strength to do it or you was capable of doing it. Then we have commitment, binding, obstacle, contract. And that's 34, which is 7. And 7 is all about challenges, obstacles, inner struggle, and like external struggles. And we have blessings again. Oh wow. And that was over here. So this pretty much ties to over here. Right? And at the bottom we have disruption, obstacles, irritation, and supernatural. Oh yeah, I did a reading. The reason why I'm doing this reading is because I did a reading and like 3 times the devil come out from 3 different decks, and then from this deck curse came out. And I'm not gonna do the spell work because I'm tired of seeing the same shit over and over again. They did a love spell to stop your love life. They don't want you to move on. They did a healing spell so you don't heal from the heartache. They did this love spell to bring you back to them. They did this to undo the healing that you just did. It's just annoying. They keep doing the same shit and it's not working. And you think they will stop, but they're not stopping. They just continue to get stuck and bind themselves even more and more to something in hopes that it will affect you when it's not affecting you. And then we have coach with advice, obedience, and knowledge. Oh, and that's a 5. And then we also have 5 here. So, yeah, all the spells and the curses and all this stuff is to cause conflict and challenges to get you stuck and binded into something that you don't need to be binded to. Because the devil is also about being binded and chained and being stuck. Right? So you will miss out on your blessing or be simply fearful and scareful of your blessing and feel like you're going to lose it, you're going to mess it up, which is why you need them to control you or show you or to coach you how to, be obedient to take care of it when that's not the case. That's the whole victim thing. It's a trick. Yeah, see, it came back again. It's a whole distraction. They're the distraction. 11. And this was 11. And then we had justice at the bottom. Like, this is the person that you need to cut out and pull away from. This is your distraction. Right? Bully. What did I say? This is the, like, it's them. It's them. Then we have embarrassed, gossip, and unwillingness. Yeah. This is not the person you need to be around whatsoever. So we have the 7 of Cups. Being so overworked or burnt out or so fearful that you don't know what is the right choice to make. Man, because it's a wizard and he has the cups and it's on a cloud. Like, you're so lost in fantasy, or that, with, like I said over here, with the mind and stuff like that, you create. Yeah, because I have bully and gift. They want you to feel embarrassed by your gifts that you have, but it's actually a blessing. And it's a blessing and a gift that they want, but they can't have because it's not meant for them to have. And they are the ones that's doing all this spell work to get you stuck, caught up, and bound to something, but they might try to lie and tell people that it's you're the one doing it. Scapegoating to make you be depressed and fearful and pull away from certain people and isolate yourself from certain people. So you feel like you're unworthy of this blessing and this love and this gift, and you feel like this gift is a curse when it's not a curse. It's not a curse. It's actually a blessing. That's the whole victim thing. You're the actual victim, but yet they're trying to villainize the victim to make it seem like and justify the reason why they was bullying you and disturbing you and trying to trap you and overworking you when none of it was justified and okay. There's a bunch of illusions and fears and lies. See, Six of Cups. Thinking about the past. Also, no, because this went from 7 to 5. So this is the only place where it decreased and then it increased here. But also, this is where you're surrendering. Surrendering. What type of country ass accent? Yo, this is where you're surrendering. So we see the decrease and stuff like that. This, like I said, with the 7. Okay. So, like I said, with the 7 is all about challenges, obstacles, and also determination, but also perseverance. So it's like you're trying to move forward, but in order to move forward, you have to, where we had before, like, what did you learn, what you can use for next time? You're also reflecting on the past and evaluating and seeing, like, what happened and what could you do differently to make sure it doesn't happen again or to avoid this from happening, right? With this saving and overloading is, I would say, to set boundaries. And also with this, what is your body saying right now? Realizing when your body is tired and saying that it's overworked, it will definitely tell you, and it definitely will send you signs. Okay, before you get sick, your body will send you signs to let you know, like, ma'am, you got 2 to 3 days before I clock out. So you just gotta realize what is your signs and what works for you. Right? Then we have the Queen of Cups, right? And then she holds the Ace of Cups. She's very loving, nurturing, and caring, kind, creative, and also intuitive. She gives love to others, but she also gives love to herself, and so she have a lot of empathy as well. So that's why it's also important to save and, like, save energy and love and care for yourself. Like, the same, I won't say the same amount of love you give into other people to give back to yourself, but you know where you, I want to say this, if you mainly been focusing on what everybody else is doing, or if everybody else is okay, who's making sure you're okay, right? You also have to make sure that you're also okay. So also give that love to yourself, and give, even if it's like, with that, it might be like 5 seconds. Let's try and make that 5 seconds into, like, 10 seconds. Like, you are making sure everybody else is good and you forgot about yourself. And rather than beating yourself up about it and be like, oh, that's so bad, you're doing your best. And that's all you can do. Okay? And that's great. But it's also great that you also recognize that you didn't really give that much time to yourself. Where before you wouldn't have realized that, you realize that now. The knowledge. You realize that. That's great. That's good. So rather than sweating the little things and beating yourself over the little things, look at the things that you're doing now that you weren't doing before, and you start to see that you actually are saving and preserving and finding things that actually means something to you, and putting things, like, making priority of them. That's pretty much what you was doing. You was putting, like, making sure everybody else was good because you actually do care for these people. And if, I won't say if they're good, you're good, but that's one less thing that you don't have to worry about. There's one less distraction that you pretty much overlook. You don't allow it to disrupt your blessings and stuff like that. And what popped in my head, you won't let it disrupt the function. But then it was, we don't need no hateration, holleration. Like, you just want to dance and celebrate and be happy, and realizing that, because like I said, with the Ace of Cups, there's also love and emotion with the cups being here. There's negative emotions, but there are also positive emotions. There's pros and cons of love, and there's ups and downs, but you always have to find which one works for you. There's always a blessing and there's always a lesson. You live and you learn. And you're reflecting back on where you were and where you came from, and the blessing and love that you have now, or the blessing that you have for yourself now, and the self love and self care and trusting yourself and your intuition. And because I'm looking at the crown, knowing your worth and loving you, and not letting somebody dictate or tell you what you're worth or what your value is, or bully you out your gifts and your abilities to make you feel like you should be ashamed of something that they want. Ridiculous. We have the four swords. You resting and healing, rejuvenating, recharging, like I said before, with the saving. And we have the Ten of Wands. So you have enough strength and energy, but when it is time to go and move on and move forward and things start gaining momentum, you have the strength to continue and persevere, and well, continue the journey, to persevere, to pretty much get to the finish line and make it to the finish line, where this person probably wouldn't even show up for the race or to the race. Right? Devil. See? Binding. But I told you. See? They want you to be stuck in this toxic, superficial, materialistic, scareful, fearful life of lies. You would be sad and paranoid and stressed out, thinking that life is meant to survive, not live. And having many downs, right? Because the ones is pointing down to the land, to have nothing but downs mainly. Um, might be different level kinds of downs, okay? But that is part of the journey and part of the blessings. And it can also be obsession. So also karmic debt with this contract. Could be a contract or a karmic contract. But with the fives being here and this person trying to be on your back, they might try to pin their karma or attach their karma onto you. And I'm going to be honest, I don't know how you do that. Okay? I don't know how to do that. So with this coach and this advice and obedience and knowledge, and we have the description over there, like, if they thought I was supposed to help you, just, with the magic wand, be like, whoop, whoop, it's gone. I don't know how to fucking do that, okay? I will tell you to sage, okay? Sage out your house. Sage out your house if this person ever gave you anything. Sage that and or throw it away. Um, take a little spiritual bath. Do that. Use some herbs. You can use herbs and crystals. That'd be great. What type of herbs? I don't know them off the top of my head, man. But you have to do what feels right to you. Because even if I tell you, like, oh, use this herb and that herb and this and that, like, that probably is not something that you're really acquainted to, or that you really care to use, or that you want to use, and that kind of thing. And that's fine. Just whichever one I listed off, of you, the person that want to sage out your house and do that, great, do that. If you want to use sound bowls to do it, great, do it. If you want to do a spiritual bath, do it. Whatever you do, you boo. Okay, you do you. Okay, and whatever you got to do to free yourself from this shit, because Free yourself, okay? That's what you got to do. Then we have temperance, yeah. Because, and then going backwards, where you were stuck, you're now freeing yourself from seeing the purpose and the meaning of life and stuff like that. Life is not meant to be for you to just survive and to live day to day. Life is meant for you to actually live and enjoy. But if you're on your path, the path being here and living in your purpose, or even finding your purpose, if you don't know what your purpose is, realizing that life has a purpose and you have a purpose, you just haven't found it yet. But you are optimistic to find it because you know you have the strength, the confidence, and you're talented enough to actually find it. Nobody can, whatever they try to throw at you, the lies and the gossip and the bullying and the making fun of you and belittling and the embarrassing you, makes no damn sense. Because when you actually do have that blessing and the blessings and stuff like that, or like the gifts and stuff like that, they're gonna try to come back in to try to get a piece of it because they feel like they're obligated to it. But this obligation, when it's just like all they did was bully you, they were like, oh, without my bullying, you would never have the motivation to do it. And it's just like, that's not how life works, sir. Like that's right. The Queen of Swords. Right, you cutting these people out, and you're turning your back towards them. Where before you're looking at them, now you're turning your back towards them. You're cutting them out swiftly. You're seeing things clearly now from a new perspective. You see love differently. And with the justice being here, they also said logic and fair and neutral. So where before you was all seeing things in an emotional standpoint, like, oh, you love this person, you really want this to work it out. Once you they did so much shit to, like, you just have no emotion to this person. You just, they can be like, I love you, be like, okay. Like that kind of thing. And you, because the Queen of Swords, she normally sometimes get the rap of being like cold and stuff like that, but she's not in her emotions as like the Queen of Cups is. It's like that kind of thing. But you know, she can put that to the side and just focus on the fact and be logical. Not saying that your emotions isn't logical, but from time to time, it doesn't help with logical situations, okay? But it is valid and it is important to listen to because it would explain why certain things would bother you and stuff like that. And, you know, it helps, brings things full picture. Which is why all four queens is a part of the Empress. She needs all of them. And she needed it all to be balanced. So she's not all just rainbows and sunshine, giving her love all willy nilly to anybody or receiving love from anybody. You know, she also using her discernment and be like, you're not good for me. You're going to lead me into a trap. You just want to take from me and stress me out. I don't want you. Be gone. That kind of thing. You just want me for my money. Like, leave me alone. You see that I'm happy and moving on. Move. You want me for my gifts and my abilities. Move. You see me about to find my life purpose and trying to cause nothing but destruction and downfall to get to undo all the work that I just did. Back the fuck up. Tower. See what I said? If it's not meant to last, it won't last and it will cause a tower moment. And everything comes crumbling and falling down. Especially with the angel being here and then the lightning. It's a divine intervention. And then I said with the contract and stuff like that, if it's a karmic debt and a karmic contract and they're trying to pin it onto somebody else, like I said, I don't know how you do that. I'm not really sure how you do that. Even if they are trying to get these like strings or cords binded to you or like on you, you have this little axe right here in your blessings that you just swiftly cut it off and shift and move into a whole new way of life, a way of thinking. Because the tower could also be perspection and an awakening. We have the Seven of Pentacles. So a sudden change in all the work and the effort that you was putting in, all the seeds that you planted. Oh, we have the death, and the Knight of Pentacles. So with this person, we're trying to make it seem like they were stable and reliable, that you can depend on them. They will always be there. Um, Through the good times and the bad, all that's coming to an end. Or if this person is simply overworking you or overloading you, all of that is coming to an end because all the work and effort that you continuously put in is only right for you to have like a blessing and to reap the rewards because you did the work. Where this Knight of Cups is probably very stubborn and foolish and fed you nothing but illusions and to try to keep you as an option, that's also coming to an end. And you also seeing all the time and the effort that you and all the things that you planted and wasted by giving to this person. But with Queen of Cups and the Tower, y'all probably broke up very suddenly, or once you realize the truth and realize what they was doing, whatever the trap they was trying to set for you or lure for you, you quickly got out the way, or quickly spirit stepped in. Or even if y'all did break up very suddenly and stuff like that and you were hurt, once you healed and recharged and removed from the situation, you saw things in a very new perspective. And making sure that you don't put your heart through what this person put you through, because it's both of y'all falling. And the falling is talking about falling from grace and stuff like that. Where, so it's like y'all both fell, this both hurt y'all both had this interruption and stuff like that. Y'all both had something to overcome and to persevere from. But it was all about taking that's like the Eight of Wands to the Temperance, taking your time and being patient to balance things out so things can work in peace and harmony, rather than being materialistic and superficial and wanting things to just go your way or no way at all. That's not how that works. But also with the devil being here and the trap, and like I said, some curses, they bonded them. They made some contracts and some deals that they now have to pretty much gotta pay up. And they wanted you to pay for it, and it's not your debt, so you can't pay for it. See, bottom of the deck, Nine of Pentacles. You're free and you're liberated and you're content with your life and you're happy. Yeah. So we're gonna see what's at the top. You have the Empress. Like, no, just talking about, but look, see, you got. So first they saw you as the Queen of Cups, and now they see you in this Queen of Swords aspects. Where now they, where before you was, it's like you're loving and you're caring and you're kind until you're not. And it's just like they never realized they could ever be on that out part where you're just not kind or loving to them anymore. Alright, then we have the King of Swords. Right? They thought they was very smart and intelligent to be able to set this trap without you realizing or noticing. Because if you look down here, the Queen of Cups back is turned to him without you seeing it coming. The Hermit. But you have this gift and this blessing that they want you to think is a curse. So no matter what, you was gonna find out or know either way. No matter what distractions that you was trying to, no matter what type of distractions they were trying to create, you was gonna get the message and the knowledge in any fucking way. I'm sorry. Oh, that's hilarious. That I don't. That's hilarious. I know they mad. They try to. Let's say, with this overwork and fear, right? You. They were trying to mess up your sleep patterns with the Four of Swords, right? So you can't sleep, right? So let's say you was getting messages in your dreams. They was like, alright, well, she can't get no more messages now because she can't sleep. And Spirit just like, little do you know, Shorty got a whole other gift that I can use. So they probably use music. Or they use something completely different to get this message to you anyway. And you still get ahead of this person and be ahead of this person. And they just like, well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to try this. Let's try this. Let's try that. And you just like, why all this happens? Because this person's on your back. They trying to be one step ahead of you, but you always one step ahead of them. But as a like they at this point they don't even want to be ahead of you. They would just be good enough if they was like literally on top of you. Like if everything that they wanted to do was just like, so for that to happen, they like y'all need to be together at that point in time because now y'all separated. You're not allowing whatever they're trying to send to you, you're not allowing it because you're not accepting anything from this person. Continue doing that. Not saying to stop that, but saying to continue doing that. Bring that shit up a little bit. Build the wall up, okay? Because this person is doing a lot of things. And so now they trying to come back, be like, oh, I'm sorry. Let down your walls. Let me in. So they can come in and then be on top of you to cause this whole bunch of chaos so you don't see you coming. You continue turning your back towards them because you think everything's all fine, cool, and dandy because y'all was able to reconcile with the Ace of Swords and the Queen and King of Swords hands. Like I was able to reconcile and this and stuff like that. But the King and Queen of Swords in the actual relationships, they don't really get a, but they get along. But they're more logical. There's no love. Right? They're more logical based kind of thing, and that from time to time there could be very argumentative because what may make sense to me might not make sense to you, and that doesn't mean that it doesn't make sense and it's not right. It just simply means that it's just knowledge you're not able to comprehend, like that kind of thing, or vice versa, and it just that could lead to some argument. So that's not the couple you want to imitate or be represented as. Now, also with the Queen of Swords going this way and the King of Swords going this way, this is who you're cutting out, and this is who you're receiving the knowledge about. See the world. This is a cycle that you're closing out. Who you leaving behind? I already showed you the bottom. It's still the Nine of Pentacles. I was just pulling from the top. Yeah, so here, with this magical wand, it could be saying like, how would you close out this cycle if you had the opportunity and the chance to? But with the Empress being here, they're saying that they see that you're a happy, abundant, fertile, which is still like, we be fertile in many ways. Be fertile with a baby, okay? Fertile with ideas. Be planting with the seeds, planting a lot of ideas, a lot of creativity, right? And you were very with the Knight of Pentacle being here, like you could have really taken your time and planted those seeds to make sure everything goes according to plan. If I can get all the cards out. To make sure like everything goes according to plan or according the way that you wanted it to go and stuff like that. Where they just thought you was always gonna be working and struggling, not going to be able to actually reap the rewards of all your work and benefit and labor that you're putting in. They wanted instant money or instant gratification and stuff like that, where you don't mind like putting in the work, sweat, and tears and seeing it little by little, like growing little by little. All right, we have to the sea. Right, they probably casted you away. And with the tower, like I said, y'all probably broke up suddenly. They casted you away, threw you away, try to make you feel like you were unworthy of staying or being a burden to take care of. So you can feel embarrassed. Right? But you were actually working to get to the treasure land. You're the one that actually gonna get there. The blessings, like I said before, now this is a divine intervention and a blessing in your end. Because this person, you have never actually found your life purpose. Because like I said, with the devil and the temperance being here, it's going backwards. It's temperance then the devil. Because temperance is Sagittarius and devil is Capricorn. It went backwards. So you're freeing yourself from the devil and finding the light. You're freeing yourself from the darkness and coming to the light. You see the light, okay? You get into the land, the treasure land, and things are changing. You're closing out this cycle because you see the knowledge and what this person is trying to do. Trying to just distract you and cause nothing but chaos and conflict and delusion. See, imagine. That's the Seven of Cups. You filled your head with a whole bunch of daydreams, illusion, and imagination to keep you stuck and bounded and thinking that they actually can give you the life that you wanted when they can't whatsoever. Also, I can say with the head, what I was saying over here, so where before where the head was open, now with the Queen of Swords, you have a helmet on. And then with the Death card, you also have a helmet on. So it's like you're not allowing anybody to manipulate your head anymore or play with your head. You won't let them play with your emotion or your head. Like you're not allowing them to play with your emotion or your mental. So all that distraction, you just, even if they try, you like, I'm immune. Little do you know. Like, I'm going to continue going. And it's like they played themselves trying to play you. And then we have time to go. Yeah. Then we have 2 9s. You're releasing and you're letting it go so things can actually balance out. Where at first, you with the 7 being here, you felt that it was a challenge, right? You probably wanted to be with this person, right? Um, and they casted you away, threw you away, threw you aside. But as you went, as you was out in the cold, as you continue to be by yourself, slowly with the turtle being here, you found the blessing of being by yourself and the blessing of this whole situation and why you found the silver lining pretty much. And they want you to feel like that peace and happiness and the blessing that you found is just illusion and imagination, that your life means nothing or your life isn't happy without them, and that's a lie. And that's why it's time to go. It's just like you see through their tactics and their tricks and the manipulation to try to keep you stuck and bounded and given to them. And with the Six of Cups being here, now you're thinking back, it seems like now all the knowledge that you know, like even when they trying to do like this in your, like to your like to you in your face, you seeing like, you was doing this the whole time. Like I really see your true colors now. Like you really this person that, like, that's crazy. You just like, yeah, no, I'm out. Like it's like you try to give them the benefit of the doubt, and they messed up their benefit of the doubt because they, but to them they would see it as like a secret test that they didn't know about, but you wasn't really testing them. That was the thing. Like you just wanted to know who who this person is really, because you are aware, or you realize that who they say they were in the beginning, that's not who they are. So who are you with? And the person that you're with, the person that they are, you don't like that. You don't, you're not compatible in any way, shape, or form. All y'all do is argue and butt heads. Y'all cold to each other. You might, well, it gives me like Zeus and his wife. She secretly plans to take over your kingdom. Every chance that she fucking gets. And vice versa. Like, there's no happiness in love, and they feel like that's a relationship, and that's what a relationship is. And always being overturned and starting over and from scratch and stuff like that, having a whole bunch of distractions, and always leaving and coming back, and there's no. And then we have yin. Yeah, time to give yourself some compassion. See, with the two, give yourself some damn compassion. Imagine some compassion for yourself if you don't have some right now, cause this person's ridiculous. And we have a new life, yeah. Imagine a new life for yourself where you have some goddamn compassion for yourself, please. Because this person wants you to be in a stuck, boring, stifling life where you feel embarrassed about who you are and the things that you can do because they're jealous of it. And that's not fair. Like I said, it's stupid. They want what's on your plate, but rather than asking you, can I have some? Can you show me how you did that? They are trying to make you not want it to the point that you throw it away, probably like even into the garbage, or to simply be like, oh, let's switch, and you take their plate, and their plate is nothing but garbage. You don't even like what's on their plate, but you switch with them because you're so revolted by what's on your plate, even though it's not revolting at any way, shape, or form. Even if you throw it in the garbage and you're like, they see you throw it in the garbage. You ever watch Big Mouth? Where Morty, like, in the scallops, and he went to go eat garbage scallops? It's like that. They would literally do that to get your blessings. But try to tell you that it was so nasty and so, that you should reject it. You're better than it. You should this, and the third. And it's all a trick. Don't fall for it. They see you moving on with this world. They see you having a whole new life. You about to get a new life. And they're not about to be in it. So there's another reason why they're trying to cause a distraction. Then we have a never-ending story. Yeah. You seen this person correctly. They're going to try to tell you you haven't. That's a lie. Then we have by the book. Yeah. Because the hermit, one thing he gets the messages and his answers by the book. Because everybody, like, the hermit, he goes within himself. So that's why the knowledge and obedience and the advice and the intuition, that was like, I can't really tell you with this magic wand how to do something. How you want to do it is how you going to do it. How I do it might be completely different. Like, I might say use this herb. You might be like, nah, I'm going to use this herb. And it still might do the same thing because of the attention that you have. I can't tell you what to do. Okay? You You want to sage it out, you sage it out. Okay? If you want to use Palo Santo, you use Palo Santo. That's doing form of saging. You do you. Not saging, smogging, but you do you. Like, whatever you want to use, you use it. Like, I really don't care. But don't do spells. Because that doesn't help you. Especially if this person doesn't want you, it just comes right back to you. So don't do that. Then we have happy, happy. Yeah, you about to be happy in your new life, and they see that, and now they want to come in disrupt it. That's that hateration that you don't need in your dancery. You see? Chaos and confusion. Well, chaos and conflict. That's what they're trying to bring. Right? Truth be told. Like, to be honest, they just trying to do nothing but cause conflict. See, 5, and then we have, this is 33, and 3 is collaborating. But we had 6 before. So if you want to see it that way, they're the peace and the harmony that they're trying to bring. In all honesty, is chaos and conflict. You being stressed out over work and feeling like that what a relationship is and supposed to be. Then we have the tribe. Yeah, they. This is what friendship and family is supposed to be. They supposed to fight milk and honey. This is your treasure land. The arguing and fighting, being back and forth, and the sabotaging and trying to sabotage one another. Always have to look after, like look behind, like look over your shoulder. Okay, you have the gift of sight, so that's one gift right there. So like I was saying before, no matter what, you was gonna get this message. No matter what you did, you was gonna get that message. And then even if you tell them the message that you see or what you saw and stuff like that, they will try to lie and manipulate and try to say like, oh, you interpreted it wrong. Like that's not what that meant. Like that's not what this meant. When it's like, nah, that's exactly what that meant. Because this is 29, and that card is for the whole other deck, but it was in this deck. Um, and that's 11. So 11 keeps coming out here. Like all this is coming to balance and equilibrium and being fair and being just. This person tried to wrong you secretly behind your back and without you knowing, and was trying to affect your confidence and your self-esteem and try to hide it behind love. And now they're trying to say like, oh, that wasn't what I was trying to do. I apologize. It wasn't like that when it was like that. It was like that. It's just that you see it now. Now that you're aware of it, now that you notice it, now it wasn't like that. It was always like that, and it been like that. And it will continue to be like that with this person because they secretly are jealous of you and have some type of jealous and animosity towards you. And with the devil being here, low key could be obsessed with you too. Then we have Marie. Don't know what that one is. With glamour, intrigue, and drama. Yeah, they try to glamour you, try to tell you that the truth be told that that they're sorry that wasn't the case, that wasn't their intention, when in all actuality that was the case and that was their intention. Like I said, you see clearly, you see what they do and you know their true colors. Point blank period. Like, they want nothing but your gifts and your money and your abundance and the new life that you're about to have, or the one that you're in now. They see that you're happy, and they want to come pretend to be your friend to sabotage it, to cause nothing but drama, but also with the intrigue to find out how you did it so they can copy it, mimic it, or gossip about it, make fun of it. Even if they copy the exact same thing you did, and let's say they have like 1 penny more, they will literally embarrass you for that 1 penny. Be like, well, you did this for how long, and I got this, so it can't be that hard if I did this before, like after you, and I still have that. So it's just like, bitch, bitch, without me, you wouldn't have gotten here. So what are we really talking about? Hey, what are we really talking about? It's like, they would be like, oh, well, now the student surpassed the master. And it's like every time a student has said that, what happened? The master had to tell that student, like, bitch, sit down. Like, so it's like you have way more knowledge than this person and way more power than this person they actually have. They're trying to get you to think that you don't. Then we have Amara the don't know how to say that word with Aloha Healing. See, also with the world, because that's the end of all the major arcana. So this whole cycle, whatever contract this is or whatever they're trying to do, that's coming to an end. And you're healing from it. And especially with the angel being, temperance being out here, because that's an angel card. You already learned that karmic lesson, so they can't put their karmic debt onto you because it's not your responsibility. So if they try to interrupt your healing, that will be a very big no. That would be a giant tire moment. They might hit some rock bottoms. That's a big punishment. All right, then we have a candy corn angel. It's time for a treat. Yeah, because like I said before, you did all the work. Of course, it's only right that you get a treat. You only right that you get blessings. Because we have 19 that reduced to 10, and we have 37 that also reduced to 10. So it's like all this is coming to a completion and coming to an end. All right, and then we have the fairy of the green world. The natural world needs you. Yes, because your gifts and your abilities and the blessings that you bestow and you have are useful and beneficial to not only just you but everyone that comes in contact with you, where this person knows that and realizes it, where they were just simply trying to use it for themselves and try to like lock you away somewhere, and that's not fair to you and or anybody. Then we have Poe. Time for a change, to learn something new, to use technology gadgets and with wisdom. So they could be trying to use technology to inspire you, look at you. So yeah, that also came up a lot before. Well, fake profiles. So making sure you know who's on your friend list. Look out for like bots or stuff like that, and people with fake profiles and just trying to spy on you. But if this is somebody that you're no longer friends with, and y'all had mutual friends, but in that friend group, some of them was a little bit questionable. Yeah, might want to go on and get release them too. Okay, because with this gossiping, they might try to just get them to come to their side, kind of thing. And you might not think that they're sides in this situation, but they trying to gather people to turn against you. Then we have the sea storm with calm amongst chaos. See, and that's another 5. Then we have chaos and conflict. That's what they're trying to bring you. But you're staying calm and peaceful in it because you know what's meaningful and what you're trying to get to. And you don't need to waste your time, energy, or effort on this person because they're not worth it. See? With a clear solution. This person is not worth it. Then it went to 6. They're not worth it. This land of milk and honey and this treasure land, they're not going to be there, so why are you arguing with them? It makes no sense. Oh, no, let's use the heal yourself. Here we have temptation. Nothing, well, the devil calls to mean that too. And then in the 7 of cups, there is a cup with a snake. They trying to come back and tempt you so you don't heal or to undo all the healing that you just did. And we have might also try to get you to live with them so they can have more access and control over you to find out what you're doing, how you're doing things, what your day to day look like. To be able to control it and dictate it. Because we went from 19, which is 10, to 35 to 8. So to pretty much decrease to stop this cycle to close out from and you from moving on and moving forward. Yeah, rejection. To start picking at everything, to undo everything you just did. Also, could be saying that you need to heal from this what you thought was love is actually temptation, and what you see as rejection is actually a blessing in disguise. It was a change in direction because you did not need to go towards this person whatsoever. You didn't even need to go near this person. Like you didn't even, unless your creativity, you didn't need to go near this person, know who this person is, be at this person's house. No, none of it. Then we have sadness. Yeah, yeah. Might be hard to know, hard to see, but you got it. Yeah, you thought this person was your soulmate, but it was not a soulmate. It was not a soul. It was a karmic soulmate, which is a false flame that you needed to heal yourself from, because you had some karmic lesson that you didn't learn in another past time, and now that you learned it and healed it, it's only right for you to have a new life because you're releasing all that sadness. And what used to make you feel like home or feel like home no longer feels that way to you. So it's only best to find that new sense of home, that new sense of self. And while doing that, you might have to reject some things along the way. And people that, see, because we have 31 and then we have 13. Some people that you used to resonate with, see eye to eye with, you no longer see eye to eye with. Then we have little sister, little brother, siblings, younger friends, responsibility. Right? You're supposed to realize your responsibility change, and the things that you see is your responsibility is different. Like where before with this little sister, little brother, where when you was in school and stuff like that, you probably was make sure they was okay, make sure nobody was picking on them, stuff like that. But as life got older, you still, make sure they're good, but you no longer fighting their battles and stuff like that. They gotta fight and defend themselves. They gotta be able to do that because you're not always gonna be there. And then we have beautiful little worm. Take care of yourself. Then we have the mermaid of immersion, complete commitment. See? Shit's over. You finished this whole shit. We have 44 here and we have 44 right here. With this fairy world needs you, spirits like, this shit's over. Then we have time to say goodbye. Something's about to end. For now. So yeah, this person gonna be like, oh, it's just for now. They gonna come back later on with this rejection. Like, but no. It's time, the power, serpent, the snake princess, the serpentine path of power. Like I said before, you're the one that have the power and the actual confidence. But they gonna pretty much try to come. They're the ones that gonna secretly try to test you. You see this person's true colors and everything like that. You just allowing them to be themselves. Where they are the ones that gonna continue to test you because they don't want to accept or realize that this new person of who you are was you the whole time. Where it says to what did you like as a kid, this was within you or who you are the whole time. It's just they didn't see your worth or see what you brought to the table and saw it as valuable because they didn't know what to do with it. Like that knowledge, like I said before. Just because they don't understand it doesn't mean that it doesn't make sense. It makes sense. It's just okay. So now we're gonna use the Shine Yourself deck, and then I'm gonna get into the questions, and then I'm gonna do the self care, and then pretty much that's it. Okay. So we have your reality. Well, we have two. Your reality is a reflection of your inner world, and remove the limiting labels you're wearing. So hold on. Did we have remove the mask? Am I bugging? Unleash your creativity, home rejection. I guess not. Oh well, either way, remove the. You're wearing a mask, and that's not helping you. And this is why they tell you to. No, I know I'm not bugging because wasn't there? It said family and tribe, and then it was like remove your mask. Unless that was a whole different reading. hmm. But yeah. Or another thing that popped in my head is you could be feeling like you have to hide who you are. Okay, some of your family members, like I said, you might not like, get along or see eye to eye. Might be a lot of chaos, and also with the, to be honest, there's a mask underneath the owl, so remove the mask. Either way, and with this glamour and intrigue and drama, there's also a mask. So every it's like once you discover yourself and realize who you are, you see through your own mask that you're putting on and portraying, and then you start to be able to see through other people's masks as well, and be able to decipher and use your discernment to see if you want them in your world or not. Then we have let go of control and relax into the flow and journal it out. Write how you feel. And we have awaken your authentic self and be true to you. Yeah, so this rejection was actually protection because you couldn't have been your actual true self for this person that you have become around this person. Then we have believe in yourself, unleash your inner unicorn. Yeah. Because you're one of a kind, but this person would never have let you feel like you was one of a kind and or remember that you were one of a kind. With the disruption, they were trying to disrupt your mind and your thoughts. And it's pretty much how you think about yourself that turns. You think, rather than just feeling your feelings, you think your feelings. So, you actually are one of a kind, but you don't think that you are one of a kind. So, therefore, you don't feel like you're one of a kind. So, if they can affect your mind, they can affect how you feel. So, don't allow them to do that. Which is why they said that you're reality is a reflection of your inner world is pretty much the the way the world that you think that you created in the daydream and stuff like that. Um, do we have the Seven of Cups here? Because without Seven of Cups, that could be the daydream. Yeah, the world that you daydream and you create in your head and stuff like that, or the multiple realities that you created in your head. You know, which one works best for you, and at some point you might just realize they all works and they all are you. You know, put it all together and bring it all together, and you just realize that this person doesn't fit in any of those worlds, and you let them go. You know what popped in my head when I was saying that? Big Mouth with Missy, right? When she, the Halloween episode. Was it multiple Halloween episodes? Well, the Halloween episode when they were stuck in the haunted house. That one. Yeah, with the little. Yeah, that. And then we have Embrace Your Divine Goddess. Then we have the Empress out earlier. So, embrace it. It's not a weakness, it's a strength. And whoever's trying to make it a weakness, they are the problem, not you. Then we have Unleash Your Inner Wild Child. Get up and dance. Okay, so we have over here. We have, what am I waiting for someone else to do it for me? Are you waiting for someone else to do it before you can take this big leap? What if you were to take life into your own hands and forge for your own unique path? Put your heart into action and ask yourself, what risks can you take to move towards your dreams? Make a decision and do it. No longer wait for others. Do it scared. Take a leap. Today's soul's action. No more thinking, only do. Be brave, and you will discover what you are really made of. Wild soul, strong heart, can't lose. And then, what expectations do I have that are impossible to meet? The expectations we have are mostly delusional and impossible to meet. What we then experience disappointment with ourselves or within a relationship when they are not met. It is time to dissolve your expectations and replace them with gratitude. So today's action, be grateful. You are being summoned to be what? Hold on. Be grateful. You are being summoned to more peace. Peace is home to our soul, and it is accompanied by trust. It comes when you surrender. Wow. Ties back to this. Like I said, these two go together. When you surrender and focus on only on what you can control. If you expect nothing and you are grateful for everything, you experience extreme fulfillment. You know what popped in my head? It was in the Spider-Man movie with Zendaya, where she was like something about expectation. She doesn't have an expectation, she can't get disappointed. And it sounds kind of morbid, but it's true though. Like if you can't be disappointed if you don't really expect nothing. So it's like every time you get something, it's just like, wow, you didn't expect it. So That's why also it's just best to be neutral. No, which card is about neutrality? Hmm. Well, we can't control the way the world is going and what cycle. But we can, with like relationships and stuff like that, we can end those cycles. But life, like with our bodies and stuff like that, which with the home being here, our home is technically our body. We can't control when we grow or how we grow, or I mean like weight wise. But other than that, like you can't really control that because it's a lot of things that goes. It's genetics. There's hormones. There's things that you eat. There's a lot. Um. So it's just if you don't expect anything and you just go with the flow and you are okay with the size that you have right now, but you're doing exercise to make sure like your health doesn't get worse or anything like that. Like you're striving to stay healthy or to get healthier. So like when you slack off and things like that, you're not beating yourself up because you know that everybody needs a break in like a recovery, but it's always important to start back again, right? Also, when you going like taking a break and going off the wagon, what is happening? Why are you doing it? Um, and then take little back to steps and stuff like that to start back up again. But um, just if you don't expect nothing and then you let go of the results, you let go of the outcome, you just see how it goes and stuff like that, and at the end you pretty much be surprised. You might have like a suspicion like or an assumption like it might end up this way, it might go this way, and then by the end of it all you'd be like, oh shit, I was right or you was wrong. You'd be like, well, no one knew because you never said anything, so it's like it's between you and God at that point. So like it's whatever. Or you just, what we have over here. What did you learn that you could use for next time? That's something that you learned that you could do for next time. So we have, am I apologizing for my truth? What part of you is apologizing for your truth? Why? Today's soul's action. Today be proud of your truth. Catch yourself when you want to apologize or withhold part of it. You never know whose life you will change when you are brave enough to speak it. Be the lighthouse, shine on the confidence. Hold on. Shine on the courage. I was I have to switch hands. Huh. Shine on the courage that life in all of what? What? Be the lighthouse that shines on the courage that lives in all of us. This will give others permission to speak their own truth. There will be room for all of us. Today's mantra, courage is contagious. So with this, I don't see how that fights the depression, but I guess with this phobia, it's trying to say that courage the cowardly dog. Even though that he was scared and all this other stuff, he always found a way and a solution to save the day. And it's saying that you can also do that as well. And with this rejection, don't think it's an end all be all, because it's not. Um, Sometimes rejection is just a change in a direction and simply just God's protection, because this person, whoever your person is, I do need to stay away from them. Like you just stay away. Whoever this bully is, just walk away. Stay away. They come to you, just no emotion. Be neutral. Like it just at that point in time, they're just trying to use you as a mirror. But if you let go of all these limits and masks and labels that they're trying to put onto you, because you start to realize who you are, honestly and truly, right? And who you are in the mirror, you face that person. It's like whatever they try to tell you, you just like, I know that's not about me, and I know that's not me. Even if it is like a truth and stuff like that, you're not ashamed about it. You're not ashamed about it. You're not ashamed of it, and stuff like that. With this, embrace your inner divine goddess. Like every queen had a problem, like keeping her throne or being on the throne. So, what makes you any different? Is not all easy peasy. Some of them is really blood, sweat, and tears. Literally. So we have, what does self discovery means to me and how is it important? And the affirmation is, I love being me. So even though I look like a burnt chicken nugget, I still love myself. Then we have, what are 10 things I love about myself? Why? What do I love most about myself? And the affirmation is, I love and respect myself deeply. Respect my authority. Then we have, who can I serve today? In the world lacking soul to soul connection, small and simple actions, small and simple acts, there we go, are what creates the biggest and most lasting impact. We shift our own pain and experience an avalanche of love. Wait. We shift our own pain and experience an avalanche of love when we lose ourselves in the service of others. Okay. Alright. Because I needed to know where that was going. Who needs you today? Today's soul's action. Listen to your heart. Who needs you? Make one soulless connection. What? Soulful connection today. And give solely to spreading more love, expecting nothing in return. See, like we just said about over here, don't expect nothing. Just you be surprised. You don't realize who noticed you. Um. Oh wow. Notice the joy you feel when you serve others. Like if you are naturally a giver, I would say with this boundaries and stuff like that, with this healing, work on realizing who actually needs your help versus who just wants your help. Okay? Um, with that savings and stuff like that. So that saves you a lot of time and a lot of energy. You're not burning yourself out, taking on more responsibility than you need to. Because certain people actually needs your help, and and some people just want your help and want you to do it for them because they know that you can, but they can do it themselves, which is why you don't really need to help them. Help, look to the people that actually like need your help, that needs your attention right then and there. That that has more priority over the wants. Um, but yeah, also like I was saying, you don't with this helping others, you don't really expect nothing in return. You don't realize who are like noticing you and the effect that you have on other people, and at some point in time, like this act of service and just helping other people just become natural to you, and or just simply who you were from like when you was a kid, and like I said, you never realize the effect that it has on others when they actually needed it, but they didn't want to say anything, and you helped anyways and stuff like that. So, and also with the saving, like people see that, and they might not always thank you, but like when the time comes, they will give you something you don't really expect it, or when they're ready, or whenever, just randomly, and it's that's like with this yin, you realize that where this person with this bullying and trying to make you feel like you're unloved and no one cares for you, you see the like it's a lie. Like a lot of people do care about you and actually do love you and want you to be happy. And then we have what can I do in the moments I feel powerless when I am most likely to feel a particular emotion? How can I remind myself of the power I have over my emotional state? And then the affirmation is I am in control of my emotions. And then we have what does self care means to me? What can I do to make my life simpler? And the affirmation is having quiet time alone is good for me. It's good for everybody. I always wanted a quiet game. Say less. Like, oh. And we have. I can even laugh quietly. That's how bad it gets. Was not getting in trouble. Would not get out. Mm-mm. And then we have how can I surrender more in this moment? It's essential to have clear and strong intentions of what we desire, but it is equally important for us to detach from the outcome. See what I said before? And it is time to surrender. Let the universe have some breathing room to work. Didn't I say that before? No, this probably was a different reading. Never mind. It's fine. Let go of the wheel and trust so deeply that your trust turns into gratitude for what you can't see yet, but it is coming. Yeah, some of these came out in the other reading that I did. When I was like the three devils. Yeah, some of the cards also repeated, but it's alright. It's pretty much something about like this is what you need to do to relax from this situation over here. Like that is a lot that is happening, okay? But let's focus on you right now. Like that kind of thing. Cause I'm just like I know I read this card. Cause what? Woo. Today's soul action. Know this so deeply that your soul vibrates. You are not alone. Your life has purpose, and you're more. And the more you surrender, the more God can perform miracles into your life. So that's pretty much what the temperance is about too. Like the more you surrender, the more you find your life journey. You get on this path of finding your life journey, and then that's the star and stuff like that, where you're living your life purpose, you're being your true authentic self, and realizing you're one of a kind. And then that's probably when you realize, this Empress energy, and you're fully embracing it and living it, and like happy, and you know, not saying like fixing the world that you created in your mind or the world around you. Like your home where we have here is pretty much your world, right? You won't let a thief into your house, would you? No, because they're gonna steal. You won't. So why would you allow that to be in your world? You get rid of them. And then some of these people around you just trying to block your creativity to take it, and some of them trying to bully you out of it to make you feel like you don't want it anymore to then take it. So it's just like, why you want these people in your life? Why would you want them in your house? They just jealous and envious. So why? Okay. So then we have today's soul mantra: I surrender, I accept all that I cannot change, I release the outcome, and I joyfully trust the process. Then we have, what did I learn that I can use next time? Then the affirmation is, when I suffer, I always learn something new. Suffer, struggle, excuse me. Woo. I don't know. I can't. I don't know how to make that one work. I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, some people, they, some people do learn something new when they suffer. I don't know. I can't. I don't know. I don't know what that came from. I don't know. If it made sense to you, it made sense. I don't know. I have no problem saying I don't know. Okay. Don't know where that came from. Then we have, what is my biggest strength? What challenges do I want to embrace? Oh wait, hold on. The affirmation is, I'm brave, I'm bold, I'm strong. So we have that over here, like to be more bold, to be bold, to be brave, and be courageous and stuff like that. And it's like you see it as a challenge or an obstacle, like I said with the sevens, but you are capable to handle it and solve it. Like I just said, it's Courage the Cowardly Dog. You're trying to say like he's more courageous than you? Think about it that way. Like he's a cartoon. Then we have, how if I had a magic wand and I could have anything I desire in life, what would I choose? Burn with desire. There is power in your desire. Let them be your fuel today. And your desire are your soul's wings. It is time to take flight. Today's soul's action. Today, go inwards. Do we have the hermit here? Yeah. Do there. Whoa. Six of Cups. Do we have the hermit? Either way, the Six of Cups still was something about going inwards. No, it was the nines. That's what it was. um, go inwards. Your answers lie within. What you des- what do you desire? Choose what makes you happy and do that. Then we have, am I surrounding myself around companies that build me up? Do they build me up and leave me feeling inspired and innovative? Then the affirmation is, I get stronger every day. Yeah, every day you get courageous. Every day you learn something new. Every day you get smarter. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna go there. Whew, I had a very. Next one is, what activities set your soul on fire? You are, if you are not sure, then think back to your childhood. What did you love doing as a kid? And the affirmation is, I inhale the highest and best vibration. I inhale all the joys of life's blessings. Okay, so now I'm gonna do this self care to give you some ideas what you can do. Right, we have journaling. That's one. Um, being like speaking your own truth, going inwards, asking yourself all the questions. I broke them down if you wanted to. And journal that, write that out, or just simply write out your feelings, how you felt about the situation, um, how you remember the situation, or because beauty ritual almost came out. Simply spend some time with yourself, get your nails done, hair done, everything did, shave. I don't know. Um, there's some water here, so you might want to spend some time by the beach, the ocean. I don't know if you swim in the lake. I don't know. Look at it. A river. Go fishing. I don't know. You figure that out. Rest with the 4 swords. Sleeping. Get there 8 hours, or till your body says I'm fully awake. I'm fully rested. Figure out why you're sad. I know that's probably easier said than done, but you think you're making it harder than it needs to be because you're thinking about it. Don't think about it. Keep deep breathing. Just sit there. Like, might be weird, okay? A little bit. Hear me out. You, when you're with this, thinking yourself back when you was a child and stuff like that. When you were a child, when you were angry or upset or sad, right? Who did you go to? And why? Right? Because you probably felt comfortable. You probably felt safe there. Create that type of environment for yourself, okay? Then might want to journal it out, like as if you're talking to that person, or it's like a letter that you never mailed, that kind of thing. You could be like, dear so and so, or blah blah blah. This is what's happening, and I feel this way, and this and this and this and the third. And it's like, while you're doing that, you might cry, okay? But that's also helping you healing. It's helping you release the stress that's actually built up in your mind, because you're probably overthinking some of the stuff that was going on, um and then because so much is happening or was going on with the chaos and confusion and conflict, your body is also in fight or flight mode, so you also will have to, it's best to write it out and journal it out, so like your body will also release and no longer be in that fight or flight mode. And things become a lot more peaceful, and you get more in touch with your feelings, and you start seeing things in a different perspective and stuff like that, because they're a little whirling from her mind. And then we have nourish your temple. But if your body's in that fight or flight mode, you might not want to eat because it's in fight or flight mode. When it's in that type of mode, it's your digestive system. I won't say it shrinks, but it cuts it. It doesn't really see the need for food at this moment in time. It saying that it's more focusing on survival than eating, even though eating, you be like, oh, I need to eat to survive. Your body actually can go a couple of days without food, but it needs water more than it needs food. So stay hydrated. Then we have burning bold ritual. Then on her paper, she said it says I let go. So with the surrendering and stuff like that, journal it out. You can burn it after. You can do whatever you want to do with the paper after. You can crumple it, rip it up, whatever you want to do. Um, to help you feel more at peace. And her eyes are closed. So, and then her eyes are closed here. So it's like you start to feel a lot more like happier, and her eyes closed to here. You feel more happier and in tune with you. That So like I was saying before, like your body will give you like signs or symbols, like when you're about to get sick, like you become in touch with, like you start to realize like, okay, this is what's wrong with me. So like when somebody trying to tell you like it's this, you're like, no 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 no, I know my body, okay? Like can you please just, listen to me? Rather than, just allowing somebody to tell you what's going on and what you're feeling. Right? Alone time. See her eyes closed too. And we have build strength. Could be like physical strength, but also spiritual strength for her third eye being open. But also, if you start building physical strength, like I say, you start going to the gym and stuff like that, you start to notice your limit or when you're about to reach your limit, or when you are increasing in your strength and stuff like that. Let's say you start off with 1 pound, and then that was heavy to you, and then one day or 1 week you decide to do 5 pounds. You just like, wow. And then you start increasing that way, and you start knowing and trusting your body to realize that you do want to treat it better. You do want to eat better food and stuff like that. Stay healthy, stay hydrated. um Not be around people that make you feel anxious or depressed or unmotivated, or intrude on your like alone time. Not saying like maybe you go to the gym to like escape and stuff like that. That's fine, but it's not that they know the gym that you go to and they just magically pop up there because they know that you go there. It's like just continue going to your gym. If I have invited you, then okay, like that kind of thing. But it's not just because I just so happened to drop it. Like no 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 no. Like that's an invasion, like an invasion of your alone time. And how you take care of yourself or how you distress and get back in tune with you. So, you gotta set boundaries, and it's like also establish to that person or the people around you, like you need some alone time. You need to have something that you do by yourself that helps you distress, and there might be multiple things that you do by yourself. And when you will like a partner and someone to do it with you, you will let them know. But as of right now, you're good by doing it by yourself. Like that kind of thing. And some might understand, some won't understand. If they don't understand, there's nothing you can really do. But you could try to compromise. Like, not say like you can try to compromise, but just like they also have to meet you halfway. Like, you can't do it all the time with them. You're gonna need, like I said, you still need your alone time, right? When you be like the part time, the occasional, the substitute kind of person, but they will need to find somebody else that's like a everyday kind of thing, kind of person, because that's not you. And Like, it is what it is. Some people you can compromise with. Some people, if you can't, you can't. You just gotta go about your business. You can't betray yourself for somebody else's sake if you don't really want to. Do we have make a vision board? So, what do you want to work on? What do you envision for your life, and how can you get it? And if you don't know how, you could try to look it up. Um, but with this, buy the book, like, spend some time researching it, looking it up, and releasing what you can't control and things that's out of your control. Like, prices, that's not in your control. You can try to get a good price, but you also still got to pay the price that it is. So if you don't have the money for that price, it's either you have to downgrade and go a little bit cheaper, and or make more money. That's all up to you. um but yeah, and at the bottom of the deck we have music, and then like we had here at the other bottom of the deck we have unleash your inner child and get up and dance. And then this try to pop out with family. So because I remember family and tribe coming out here somewhere, but it could have been a different reading. Like I said, because some of you repeated. So spending some time with your family could be some of your family members you might feel are home and want to open up to and tell them what's going on and what's happening. Or, go to like a family member's home so you can have that alone time kind of thing. Like they will talk to you and like interact with you, but they also will give you like your space and respect your space. So, yeah. But that's all that I'm seeing for this reading. If you feel like this reading resonated with you, then please like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you next time. Bye.